What will survive 2020 but won't be nearly as popular? Essential workers. This is the real answer. Sad but true. Everyone forgets by the moment this is over. No real actions will be taken. People applaud at 9 in the evening to pay their respects or put a candle for 24 hours as their profile picture to ease their conscience, thinking they have done something. But nothing happens, even now. I feel bad for all the job positions that aren't going to be refilled after this. Downsizing, stock market losses, and simply realizing that they didn't need that many employees is going to kill a lot of jobs. This whole thread would be so surreal to anyone 4 months ago. Yes. It's so weird to think about that. Yeah, damn, everyone has already accepted the world has changed forever. Buffet restaurants. I could imagine the food being behind glass panels and an employee putting it on your plate becoming much more common. Might bump up costs a little though, so the cheap buffet restaurants may struggle. I feel like the people who frequent buffets are looking forward to them being open again. Cruises. For what it's worth, cruise ships have always been incubators for creeping crime. I've been on 20+ cruises over the years and caught colds on a third of them. YMMV, of course. I've always been skeptical of getting on a cruise. I can't imagine one reason I'd get on one after this. For most people, it's washing your hands. Unfortunately, I think you're right. Even without coronavirus, there's all kinds of other nasty diseases that people could avoid spreading if they'd just keep their grubby little mitts a bit less grubby. Big soap are rubbing their hands together gleefully. Going into the office to work. My remote desktop connection lags behind while typing, crashes constantly, and disconnects multiple times a day. I'm still getting more done than in the office. Partly because I've managed to convince everyone that my microphone is broken so no one tries to speak to me. Going into the office to work. More on this. Plenty of companies have remote employees, but very few of them have built a remote culture to ensure their success. Often the failure of remote employees is really a failure of the company to develop a remote culture that keeps remote employees plugged in, informed, and productive. What we are seeing right now is a nationwide effort by companies to solve their remote culture problem now that it's a matter of survival. Not taking a walk with your entire family. I have never seen as many families going on walks as I have since this whole thing started. Taking walks, jogging, driving their bike. Here it feels like countless people have started to exercise. Of course, it could easily be the case that those are the people that previously simply went to the gym. Which is why you didn't see them outside. Staycations. My husband and I are both shift workers, and don't get a lot of time off together. Once a year we take a 2 to 3 week staycation that includes our wedding anniversary, and just hang out at home together with the cats, watching movies and eating junk food. It's pretty much my favorite part of the year. Is that where you stay with a bunch of cats? Handshakes. I've been trying to popularize the Demolition Man handshake. Turns out not nearly as many people as I thought have seen that movie. My doctor has started encouraging all his patients to do the Vulcan salute instead, and I am here for it. Live long and prosper, motherfuckers. Toilet paper. Bidets see their chance in the US market. This is the beginning of the rise of the 3 seashells. Sharing beverages. It made my brain twitch watching someone say to someone else, "Hey, did you see my bottle?" And the person responded, "Yes, it's right here," and watching the other person have to come pick it up because the person couldn't hand it to them. It just goes against every instinct and grain in me to not hand something to someone when it's right beside me, yet I wholly respect how necessary this is right now to literally save someone's life by just stopping and doing less for someone else physically. That ass after you've been sitting on the couch for 2 months. Not to worry, my ass is basically Navy SEAL at this point after all it's been through. GameStop. I doubt it'll survive. Maybe the stores might get bought out by someone else with the name kept, but the current GameStop as we know it is done. coughing. Coughing is going to be frowned upon for a very long time. Not sure coughing was ever popular. I'm worried about movie theaters. They've been struggling for a while, and with them losing so much revenue and companies doing early home releases now, I'm worried they will be a thing of the past in a few years. Which makes me sad because I love going to the movies. It's the only extroverted thing I like doing, like why even date if we can't go see a movie? They lost me a few years ago. It just got too expensive. I hate that. I used to like to go a lot. Now I choose maybe 1 or 2 movies a year, if that, to go see. The Supreme Court overturned an old law recently, what means movie studios can now buy their own theaters. Once all the independent theaters die during this, Disney and Universal are going to make their own. And then they can do whatever the fuck they want. Skeptical. Subscribe for more hot Reddit takes in your inbox, guaranteed.